All right, let's turn our attention to Saturday. We've got a lot of big games coming up on Saturday. Let's start with Florida State, North Carolina. We've got North Carolina 17-point home favorites here in this game, 63.5 the total in this one. Florida State, obviously, with just a ton of issues galore, coming out of last weekend against Syracuse, where they actually battled in that game against the Cuse. But when it was all said and done, when a team is just struggling, when a program is in a little bit of disarray, like the Seminoles are right now, you're going to have a difficult time. But credit to them for pulling it out 33-30 last week against Syracuse, although, of course, Syracuse gets the point spread cover, getting 5.5, which is the main thing because I had Syracuse in that game. It was one of those gutted out performances for Florida State. Jordan Travis did enough in the passing game for Florida State. The shocking thing to me is how well they ran the football against Syracuse's defense, that had played pretty well in the win against Liberty. And we did not see that same defense from Syracuse against Florida State over the weekend. Garrett Schrader in the passing game was decent. They had their own success running the football too. Garrett Schrader was running the football like crazy against this Florida State defense. Him along with that great running back, Sean Tucker, for Syracuse. They did a lot of damage on the ground against Florida State's defense in that game. And North Carolina impressed me, Connor, for one reason and one reason only. They've had now 2 big losses to start the year. They lost to Virginia Tech, a horrible loss to Georgia Tech, which now looks even worse after Georgia Tech got absolutely buried by Pittsburgh, on Saturday. But North Carolina showed me some character. It was not, 2 losses or season's over. No, we're going to work hard. We're going to be ready. We're going to practice hard. We're going to be ready for this game against in this last game that they had last weekend against Duke. And they buried Duke 38-7. Got the point spread covered, 19.5 point home favorites. Their defense bounced back. Sam Howell and the Tar Heels offense was outstanding in that game as well. Very clean, effective game for the Tar Heels offense. They ran the football solidly as well, gaining more than 4 yards per carry, led by Ty Chandler running the football. So good bounce back game for UNC there. I lean a little to the Heels here, but I don't know if I want to lay 17. We'll have to wait and see. But I was impressed with North Carolina because it's hard to get your players and your team back on the tracks mentally when the aspirations are so high. Compete for the ACC championship. You've already lost 2 games in the month of September. It's hard to get the team focused and back on track. But the fact they looked so impressive and dominant, albeit against a Duke team that's not great, that's good. A positive sign for North Carolina moving forward. And the concern for me, too, with Florida State is they're just not giving a lot of resistance defensively. We're seeing it 35, 31, 30 in the last 3 games. Then that's why I lean to North Carolina a little bit here, because I find their defense can do enough to stop Florida State. And I just don't know where the stops are going to come from for Florida State against, this could be the best offense they've played so far. Probably will be. And after what I've seen from them and that defense, the last 3 games against Syracuse, Louisville, and Wake, it doesn't bode well for success here for Florida State. And by the way, 0-4 against the spread run for Florida State coming into this game. And also what I like too for North Carolina, Conor Mack, revenge. They lost to Florida State last year, 31-28. It was a stunning loss. I do not think they look past the Seminoles here in this game. So I haven't bet it yet. I'm going to see where the number goes, but I lean at least to the North Carolina side. Conor Mack, what do you think?
Yeah, this one's interesting. Right away, looked at this earlier this morning. I lean the other way. I lean with catching the points with Florida State. I just don't trust, good win, against Duke, but Duke's horrible. I still don't trust the North Carolina defense. And Florida State will get gouged here, too. I mean, I lean over. The total's, 63.5. Yep. I don't think they're going to stop North Carolina, but I think they'll be able to score. Everything I've seen from this UNC defense, I can't lay, 17 points here with them. I mean, so the last 2 games, they find a way to win, 33-30 at Syracuse. I think, they lost 31-23 to Louisville. Small steps. They might not win this one, but I think it's just too many points. I'm going to be on Florida State the more I think about this one, and I'd lean over.
Yeah, the over could get there. Last year, 59 points, but you look at the total yardage in that game, Connor. 558 for North Carolina, 432 for Florida State. You combine the total yardage numbers for both of the teams in the regular season game last year, you're talking about almost 1,000 total yards. There probably should have been more than 59 points scored in that game when you factor in the yardage and yards per play as well in that game last year. So I could make a case for the over as well, 63.5. It's come down a bit. So if you like the over, maybe don't rush to bet it. You might be able to get a better number later in the week. But I would lean in that direction as well over the total.